We've got a concert happening on the Footbridge to raise awareness of the social value of this footbridge, the fact that it's an important public space.
Why is this an issue currently?
It is an issue because the city wants to knock this bridge down next year and replace it with a massive concrete LRT bridge that extends all the way from the North Riverbank at a tunnel all the way across to the Matart Conservatory grounds. And our group, Save Edmonton's Downtown Footbridge, wholeheartedly supports expanded public transit. We just don't think this is the right place for it. We think that public transit should be replacing cars and not parks and public spaces. This area, as you can see, with all the people on the footbridge, is heavily used. It's so popular. In the city's own count last year, they found that at least 1,500 people use this bridge every weekday and 2,300 people use it every weekend day. So, I mean, it's a really popular place. People come here specifically because it's the only non-vehicle river crossing in the downtown vicinity.
Have you made any headway at all with the city?
They have. No, not really. They haven't listened to our concerns from the very beginning, and they've said this is a done deal. And we just don't think that's good enough. The public involvement process for this whole project really didn't involve you know, the public having any kind of say whatsoever into the actual route of the LRT, and the city admits that. And we just think that this place, unfortunately, has been considered only for its functional crossing use and not its value as a public space.
What alternative do you suggest in terms of the LRT expansion?
So we have, we see a few alternatives actually. We've got a website, savethefootbridge.com, that has an alternative route on it. That route would run from the quarter stop near Chinatown, but then cross Jasper Avenue, head down Grierson Hill, add a stop at the Shaw Conference Centre, cross the river right next to the low-level bridge, so continuing to make use of that existing vehicle corridor, and then meet up with the rest of the route on the Matart Conservatory side. That route would avoid the tunnel into this riverbank, which is full of old coal mines, would avoid the destruction of Chinatown, would avoid the destruction of this beautiful area right here, and would add the stop at the Shaw Conference Centre. That's one alternative that we see. A second one is to make use of the recently released CPR railway right-of-way that comes from Millwoods all the way across to the high-level bridge. Just in January of this year did CPR give that land to Alberta, and we think that would be the perfect place to run an LRT. You could have a stop at the Strathcona Farmers Market. Students from Millwoods would very easily get to the U of A without having to come across the river and then go back again, change trains and go back. So that would be another alternative worth looking at. And the third is we really want the city to look again at bus rapid transit, which has been very successful in many cities around the world, especially in South America. And they've managed to put in excellent public transit systems for 1/100th of the cost of LRT.
And overall then, what do you hope that this event today is going to accomplish?
Well, immediately we hope that the city puts a pause on this Southeast LRT river crossing and decides to preserve this space and cross the river elsewhere with the LRT. That's our specific goal. Our wider goal is for us as a city to better understand the value of our public spaces and in terms of all development in the River Valley and across the city, to make sure that as we're expanding as a city, we are properly valuing these places for what they really give back to us as a city.
Great.